In today's episode, we're venturing high into the Bavarian Alps to uncover the secrets of a place that has intrigued historians, captivated travelers, and sparked controversy for decades: Hitler's Eagle's Nest. This mountaintop retreat, officially known as the Kehlsteinhaus, is not just an architectural marvel, but also a symbol of Nazi power, ambition, and the dark legacy of the Third Reich. Today, we'll explore the complex history of the Eagle's Nest, from its remarkable construction to its role during the war and its transformation in the years that followed. High above the Bavarian Alps, nestled in one of Germany's most breathtaking landscapes, the Eagle's Nest commands a view that is as awe-inspiring as it is ominous. The Kehlsteinhaus, perched at an altitude of 1,834 meters, was constructed as a gift for Adolf Hitler on his 50th birthday. But this was no ordinary gift. It was intended to be a symbol of the Nazi regime's power, influence, and architectural prowess. Yet behind its imposing facade lies a story far more complex than just that of a luxurious retreat for the Nazi elite. The story of the Eagle's Nest begins in 1937, when Martin Bormann, Hitler's personal secretary and one of the most powerful figures in the Nazi Party, commissioned its construction. The site chosen for the Kehlsteinhaus was on the Kehlstein mountain, a part of the larger Obersalzberg area, where Hitler's main residence, the Berghof, was also located. The choice of location was both symbolic and strategic. High in the mountains, the retreat was intended to offer not just physical seclusion, but also an imposing symbol of Nazi dominance over nature and the landscape of the Third Reich. The construction of the Eagle's Nest was an extraordinary feat of engineering and human endurance. The project, which employed over 3,000 laborers, had to overcome significant challenges, including the harsh alpine conditions and the remote, treacherous location. Despite these obstacles, the Kehlsteinhaus was completed in just 13 months, a remarkable achievement that underscores the resources and determination poured into the project. One of the most impressive aspects of the Eagle's Nest is the Kehlsteinstrasse, the road that leads up to the retreat. This 6.5-kilometer road is an engineering marvel, winding its way up the mountain with hairpin turns and steep inclines, all while providing breathtaking views of the valleys below. The road alone is a testament to the ambition of the project and the lengths to which the Nazis were willing to go to create this symbol of power. At the end of the road, visitors enter a 124-meter-long tunnel carved into the mountain, which leads to a brass-lined elevator that ascends directly into the heart of the Eagle's Nest, a dramatic entrance befitting such a monumental structure. Inside, the Kehlsteinhaus was designed to impress. The main room features a grand fireplace made from red Italian marble, a gift from Benito Mussolini, the fascist leader of Italy and one of Hitler's key allies. The interior was lavishly furnished, with high-end furniture and artwork chosen to reflect the opulence and power of the Nazi regime. The large terrace offered panoramic views of the Bavarian Alps, a stunning natural backdrop that was intended to symbolize the vast reach of the Third Reich. The entire project cost over 30 million Reichsmarks, a staggering sum at the time, which further underscores its significance as a symbol of Nazi ambition. However, despite the grandeur and the immense resources invested in the Eagle's Nest, Adolf Hitler rarely visited the retreat. While it was intended to be a place of relaxation and contemplation for the Führer, the reality was quite different. Hitler reportedly found the altitude uncomfortable and was known to have a fear of heights, which made the high-altitude retreat less appealing to him. In fact, he visited the Eagle's Nest no more than a dozen times during his life, often preferring to stay at his nearby residence, the Berghof, which was located at a much lower altitude and offered more comfortable surroundings. While Hitler may not have spent much time at the Eagle's Nest, the site was frequently used by other high-ranking Nazi officials. It became a symbol of the Nazi regime's dominance, a place where key decisions were made and where the party's elite could enjoy the stunning views of the Bavarian Alps. The site was also used for diplomatic meetings and propaganda purposes, showcasing the power and reach of the Third Reich to both allies and enemies. As World War II progressed and the tide turned against Nazi Germany, the Eagle's Nest took on a new significance. It became a target for Allied forces who saw it as a symbol of the Nazi regime that needed to be captured or destroyed. However, unlike many other Nazi strongholds, the Eagle's Nest was spared from destruction by air raids. In April 1945, as American troops advanced through Bavaria, the site remained largely intact. On May 4, 1945, the Eagle's Nest was captured by the U.S. Army's 101st Airborne Division, known as the Screaming Eagles. For the soldiers who reached the mountaintop retreat, the capture of this site was a symbolic victory, a moment that represented the fall of one of the last remaining bastions of Nazi power. The site was looted, and many of the luxurious items and Nazi artifacts were taken as souvenirs by the soldiers. Despite its association with Hitler and the Nazi regime, the Eagle's Nest remained remarkably well preserved, with much of its structure and interiors intact. In the years following the war, the Eagle's Nest faced an uncertain future. There was significant debate about what should be done with the site. Some argued that it should be destroyed, given its association with Hitler and the Nazi regime, while others believed it should be preserved as a historical site, a reminder of the dark chapters of history that should never be forgotten. Ultimately, the decision was made to preserve the Eagle's Nest, and it was converted into a museum. Today, the Eagle's Nest serves as a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors from around the world who are eager to learn about its history and to experience its breathtaking views. The museum at the Eagle's Nest provides a detailed look at the history of the site, offering insights into its construction, its role during the Nazi regime, and its legacy. Visitors can explore the very rooms where Hitler and other Nazi officials once stood, and can learn about the complex history of the Third Reich through exhibits and guided tours. While the Eagle's Nest remains a powerful symbol of a dark chapter in history, it also stands as a reminder of the resilience of humanity. The views from the terrace, once reserved for the Nazi elite, are now enjoyed by people from all walks of life, a testament to the enduring beauty of the natural world and the triumph of peace over tyranny. The Eagle's Nest is more than just a historical curiosity. It is a place where history comes alive. It is a site where the past is preserved, but where the future is always in view. As we reflect on the history of this remarkable place, we are reminded of the importance of remembering our past, no matter how dark, and of the enduring power of hope and reconciliation. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode.